Adventure games for the PSVR are some of my favorite types of games. Games like Apex, Construct, Red Matter, and Moss are some of the best titles for the headset. And so when Witching Tower, developed by Daily Magic Productions, was announced, I was interested. So, is Witching Tower any good? Witching Tower is a PSVR adventure game that has you trying to stop an evil queen that rules a tower called the Witching Tower. You also have a floating skull companion that follows you around and gives you instructions while you play the game. The story is more to it, but it's nothing we haven't seen before. The gameplay mostly consists of combat and puzzles. The combat is pretty simple. You'll be using swords and a bow to fight an undead army that guards the tower. There are only a few different enemy types, and they're all pretty easy. When it comes to sword combat, you can swing your sword and block with it. Sadly, the mechanics don't work too well all the time. Sometimes I find myself just rapidly swinging, trying to hit an enemy. And one time in the game, my sword stopped working entirely. Luckily, the bow works fine though. The combat wasn't unplayable, but there is definitely some room for improvement. Where the game really shines is in its puzzles. There are tons of different puzzles spread throughout the game, and each of them are well designed and different from each other. I really did enjoy solving these puzzles, and it kept the game from getting boring. Your character is equipped with a grapple glove that lets you pull objects towards you, along with a special vision that lets you see hidden clues. You also have a storage system on your wrist, and later in the game you unlock an ability to control skeletons. I didn't run into any issues with these abilities, and thought they were a great addition to the game. One thing that Witching Tower does great is the atmosphere. Every room in the tower and outside of the tower looks fantastic and doesn't feel bland. Along with that is music and sound effects that fit the game really well. The game looks really good and there wasn't any blurriness to be seen. Witching Tower took me around 2 hours to finish. There are a few collectibles to find along the way, but they serve no purpose other than giving you a trophy. I think the length is perfect for a game like this, and I think if it was a 4 to 6 hour game, it would have started to get repetitive and boring. So overall, Witching Tower is a fun adventure game throughout. While the combat can hold it down sometimes, it does a great job at staying interesting because of its unique puzzles and great environments. The current price tag is fair for what you get, but some of you might want to wait for a sale before checking this out.